We continue our week-long Early Across America series looking for some stories of hope amid the economic crisis. And this morning, we go to Portland, Oregon, where a local bank received bailout money and is actually using those funds to jumpstart the local economy. CBS News correspondent Priya David reports.
Builder Ken Gertz is one happy man.
I love to see the sold signs. It really allows me to start building new homes and put a lot of people back to work.
This is not some crazy flashback. It's the story of how one tiny bank received $124 million in bailout money and decided to do something that these days seems incredible.
We're making loans. And I know it's been a bad rap for a while that banks are not doing loans. Banks aren't out there for their customers. They aren't out there for the community, and we are.
Banner Bank put $50 million of its bailout into a program called the Great Northwest Home Rush. Several of the bank's clients are builders, with hundreds of newly constructed homes going unsold for almost a year. The idea was to push qualified buyers back into the market.
The housing market is what drags the entire economy down, and it's what will bring the entire economy back.
So far, it's working.
Your phone had stopped ringing for the most part.
Pretty much.
And then when this new offer went out, what happened?
It just started ringing like crazy.
We just weren't seeing people, and when the 3 7/8 hit, it was like the floodgates opened.
And through those gates came new buyers like
David brothers, and this is my wife Janice and my daughter Caitlin.
Home sweet home.
A family qualified to buy, but like so many others, waiting it out. Until now.
0 down and 100% financing. You can't get any better than that.
Here's what happens when homeowners start buying again. Things go from this.
I've had to lay off my one employee that I had.
We had to lay off four or five people, and that always hurts.
To this.
If he wouldn't have sold some a few weeks ago, would I be here right now finishing this house? Probably not.
We love the sound of skill song.
Was lucky to be out here.
Today we had some landscapers out doing grass, and tomorrow we have a guy coming out to build a fence, and we're going to buy a refrigerator and a washer and dryer and window treatment. So it's got us going out spending money that we otherwise want to go out and do, and it's putting people to work that need the work so they can feed their families and go out and spend the money, and it just seems to have a big ripple effect on the economy.
All because one bank did something that isn't the stuff of scandal.
When you see the stories about banks like AIG and Citigroup and how they're using the money, what does that make you feel?
It makes me angry.
It does. You feel the outrage?
I do.
Tell me about your relationship with Banner Bank.
They're the greatest guys on the planet.
You're saying this about a bank.
Guys. I know.
If you saw some of the big banks acting the way that you are as a small bank, what kind of difference do you think that would make?
Huge. It would be huge. I mean, if banks just sit on that money and don't do anything with it, that doesn't help anybody.
But when there is help, this is the result. New house! When Banner Bank started the program about 3 weeks ago, it thought it would see between 10 and 15 homes sold. So far, buyers have snapped up 60 and counting. This week, the bank is expanding the program across the Pacific Northwest, and the CEO says he's received inquiries from banks across the nation. Now, here's Cynthia Bowers with a preview of tomorrow's Early Across America.
The Red River is rising between Minnesota and North Dakota, and residents on both sides are fighting the impending flood. But only those on the North Dakota side have remained high and dry during the economic storm that's hit the rest of the country. The story of the state's high surplus and low unemployment tomorrow on The Early Show.